Alright, what's going on, YouTube Nation? Today we're going to be vlogging about our outside reading books for the first quarter in Miss Toner's AP Literature class. Definitely recommend taking it. For the first quarter, I read President Me by Adam Carolla. No, that is not Obama on the cover.
And I'm Caroline Daly, also Miss Toner's third block class, and I read Safe Haven by Nicholas Sparks. I believe that Nicholas Sparks is a great author. I've read multiple of his books, like The Last Song and The Longest Ride, and now Safe Haven. I believe that he has a fabulous writing style. It's easy to get sucked into his books. In many cases, with the main female character, as the reader, he kind of gets you involved and makes you feel like you're actually them living in their life. Safe Haven by Nicholas Sparks begins with the main character, Katie, being involved in an abusive relationship. And every time she tries to escape, the beatings get worse and worse. With her husband not allowing her to be employed, she doesn't have much money, so actually escaping, besides like getting out of the house and down the street, like taking a bus or trying to fly away, it's pretty much impossible for her. Throughout time, she starts to collect change and is finally able to afford a bus ticket. When she gets enough money, she packs up what she needs, changes her hairstyle, and heads straight for the bus station, heads south to Southport, North Carolina. Shortly after arriving, she meets a widowed father of two named Alex. At first, it's just kind of low love at first sight. She sees him but doesn't really have feelings for him because of her past, so trusting men is hard. But she slowly starts to become close to him. She finds a house kind of in the distance, and the only person she gets social with is her next door neighbor named Joe. Throughout time, she slowly becomes more comfortable with Alex and his kids and her neighbor Joe. But throughout this time, she's also haunted by her past when she finds out that her husband has found out where she is because he's a detective for the police department. One night while Katie is watching Alex's kids, the ex-husband arrives and attempts to kill them by lighting the house on fire. Katie escapes with the kids, and Alex comes back just in time to save her before her ex-husband shoots her. Alex saving Katie finally opens up her eyes and realizes that she's safe with Alex and that she can trust a male. Alex considers marrying Katie, but before he does that, he has a letter that his deceased wife, Carly, has left behind for Alex's next lover. After reading the letter towards the end, when Katie reads who signed it, she figures out that Joe, her neighbor, is actually just an angel sent down from God, and is Alex's deceased wife, Carly, just goes by a different name. With everything working out the way it does, Katie realizes that love is the only true safe haven, and that she doesn't feel like she has to run away anymore.
Alrighty, guys. President Me, is essentially a summary or a parody, if you will, for Carolla, in which he outlines his itinerary for how he will make America a better and more improved place in his eyes. He touches on big issues such as, government funding, welfare, taxation, issues that affect every single American, and how he will make them better and more efficient and remedy the system so it works for everyone and how it should work in his eyes. And he also touches on much more menial issues that really bother him, such as parenting, traffic, and other things that we would see as dumb, but we could put ourselves in a situation that we could relate to. We're like, my parents teach me to do this and that, but why are they teaching us this? It's stupid. So essentially what he's doing is he's mocking the American people and showing them that why do we do these things? Like, we're becoming it's just crazy. And essentially what he's trying to show in his book is that as an American people that we're becoming way too politically correct. We're liberalizing everything in life, where it comes to a point where what is there? Do we have any First Amendment rights anymore? Like, is there any freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion? Or is everyone going to be offended and or feel marginalized by every single comment that's cast by society? He essentially what he does in these series of stories and issues that he discusses in his books is he's creating like a grand conclusion of an American vision that he sees, where he reflects a time when when families gathered for meals and lived less complicated lifestyles. That's the era that he wants to go back to, and this book essentially provides an itinerary of how to make that happen. And I would say interestingly enough, you guys would probably come across him as very conservative or something. He actually remains fairly nonpartisan in the entire situation. He does mock Republicans like George Bush and others for some of their policies that affected our life. And I'd say some of the key points that he will teach us through his book is through the use of satire, which is helped by his incredible use of figurative language that we can help that we use to he puts us in situations that we can see ourselves in, and how we react to these situations and how we could fix them. And that's essentially the book. He's outlining a new society of America that fits him, and it is very funny. I do warn you that he is very he does not sugarcoat anything. He can come across as sometimes bigoted or politically incorrect, and if that does offend you guys, I would definitely not suggest you guys reading this, but I definitely pick it up. It's a great read for anyone that feels America is on the wrong path. Pew Research says past 3 years that over 60% of Americans think America's heading in the wrong path. So if you guys want to see a different outline on society, you give Adam Carolla and President Me a read.
Would I recommend Safe Haven? Yes, I would. Especially if you're into books that break your heart and heal it all at the same time. Safe Haven's definitely for you. If you kind of have trust issues, it kind of opens your eyes on why you should trust again. You'll always come out of bad parts of your life. When life dips down, you can always come back up. You just have to give it time. Sometimes you have to work towards it. And I would definitely recommend this book.
So it's going to put me in my feels?
Yeah.
All right. It's going to be one of those books for one of those depressing days. All right, guys, that concludes our vlog on 11/3/16. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys give a like or a thumbs up, comment, really helps me out, improving my channel and making it better for you guys. All right, y'all have a good one.